If you're a true Dodgers fan, hit that like button right now because what just happened in Game 2 left everyone in disbelief. The Dodgers had this one in their hands, and then one call. One single, questionable decision by Dave Roberts changed everything. You could feel the tension through the stadium. Fans were booing, players were confused, and the entire baseball world was asking the same question: what was Roberts thinking? Tonight, we're breaking down the moment that nearly cost Los Angeles a crucial postseason win, the reasoning behind that shocking choice, and what Dave Roberts had to say afterward that's got everyone talking even more. So stay with me till the end, because what Roberts revealed might just change how you look at the Dodgers' playoff strategy entirely. The night started with electricity. The crowd was fired up, the stadium was packed, and the Dodgers looked locked in. After the momentum they built in Game 1, fans were expecting domination. Everything seemed to be going right. Shohei Ohtani stepped to the plate early and ripped a double into the gap. The crowd erupted. Freddie Freeman drove him home. The Dodgers were rolling, playing smart, clean baseball. But the energy shifted in the middle innings. The opponent, scrappy and determined, started fighting back, and that's when Dave Roberts made the move that changed everything. It was the 6th inning, Dodgers up by just a run. Tyler Glasnow was on the mound, throwing absolute gems early on. His slider had been nasty, his fastball command was sharp, and through 5 innings, he looked unhittable. But as the 6th started, you could see fatigue creeping in just a little. He gave up a bloop single, then a walk. 2 runners on, 1 out. It wasn't a crisis yet, but the bullpen was warm. The cameras caught Roberts walking out of the dugout, and that's when the murmurs started in the stands. Fans could see him coming, and they knew what was about to happen. Roberts made the call. He was pulling Glasnow. Some fans cheered, others groaned. The move felt early. Glasnow wanted to stay in. You could see him shaking his head, pleading his case. But Roberts stuck to his script. He went with the bullpen. Out came Glasnow, frustrated but composed. In came Alex Vesia, a lefty to face a tough left-handed bat. On paper, the matchup made sense. But this is baseball, and postseason baseball has a way of punishing even the smartest moves. First pitch doubled down the line. Tie game. Second pitch another hit. The go-ahead run scores. In a blink, the Dodgers' lead was gone. The crowd went silent. And Roberts? He stood there in the dugout, stone-faced, watching the decision unfold into a nightmare. The bullpen that had been so dominant all season suddenly cracked at the worst possible time. Social media exploded instantly. Dodgers Twitter lit up with fans questioning Roberts. Why pull Glasnow? Why go to Vesia there? It's the postseason, let your ace fight through it. After the game, Roberts faced the media, and you could tell he was feeling the weight of that moment. Calm but defensive, he explained his thought process. It was about matchups, he said. We liked Vesia against their lefties in that spot. Tyler gave us everything he had, and we just felt it was the right time. But even as he spoke, you could sense he knew that call didn't work. The words were measured, but the eyes said it all. Roberts knew this one was on him. Fans weren't buying the explanation. The frustration was real because this isn't the first time Roberts' in-game decisions have come under fire. We've seen this movie before: the quick hook, the over-reliance on analytics, the bullpen chaos that follows. Dodgers fans have been loyal, passionate, but they've also been burned by these postseason decisions too many times. Whether it was Rich Hill being pulled too early in the 2018 World Series or Julio Urias being used in strange spots last year, it always seems to come down to Roberts trusting numbers more than his gut. But what made this Game 2 decision sting even more was how dominant Glasnow had looked. He was at 87 pitches, yes, but still throwing in the upper 90s. His stuff was still sharp. The opposing lineup hadn't figured him out. Roberts' move wasn't about fatigue, it was about the plan. The pre-game strategy called for limiting Glasnow's exposure the 3rd time through the order, and Roberts stuck to it, even though his eyes might have told him otherwise. It's the eternal debate in modern baseball: analytics versus instinct. And on this night, instinct might have won. The clubhouse reaction told its own story. Glasnow, when asked, handled it professionally, but you could feel the disappointment in his words. I felt good, he said quietly. I wanted to stay in and compete. That's what you live for, those moments. Freddie Freeman echoed the same sentiment, saying, we trust document. We all do. But sometimes as players, we just want to ride with our guy. And that's what this whole thing boiled down to: trust. The Dodgers have built this incredible machine of talent and data, but when the lights shine brightest, it's about trust between the manager and his players. In the 8th inning, the Dodgers tried to rally. Ohtani came up again with 2 on and 2 out, representing the go-ahead run. The stadium was begging for a moment of redemption. And he delivered a screaming liner into right field that tied the game. Dodger Stadium came back to life. You could feel the energy surge again. But the momentum didn't last long. In the 9th, a defensive miscue throw that sailed wide allowed the opponent to retake the lead. Just like that, the Dodgers were staring at a Game 2 loss that could have been avoided. When Roberts returned to the podium after the final out, reporters pressed him again. Do you regret pulling Glasnow? One asked. Roberts paused for a second, smiled slightly, and said, it's easy to say that now. If it works, we're not having this conversation. It was classic Roberts, calm under fire, loyal to his plan, unwavering even under criticism. But you could sense that deep down, he understood what everyone else saw. The decision almost cost them everything. Baseball fans know postseason momentum is fragile. One decision, one inning, one swing can change everything. And for the Dodgers, this Game 2 nearly did. The loss didn't just sting, it reignited an old narrative that haunts Roberts every October. The what-if questions. What if he'd left his starter in? What if he'd trusted his eyes instead of the spreadsheet? It's a debate that goes beyond just this game, it's about the identity of the Dodgers themselves. For years, Los Angeles has been the face of smart baseball. They've revolutionized how teams evaluate talent, manage innings, and use data. But with that has come a price. Sometimes the numbers can't measure heart. Glasnow had that fire. He wanted the ball. And when you see a pitcher like that get taken out, it shakes the entire dugout. You can see it in the players' faces. That energy changes. And yet, through all of it, Dave Roberts remains the same. Calm, thoughtful, believing in his guys. That's why the Dodgers have remained a powerhouse under his watch. He's not afraid to make tough calls, even when they backfire. But as this postseason continues, maybe the lesson is simple. Sometimes, trust the moment. Sometimes, trust your eyes. Sometimes, just let your ace pitch. By the end of his post-game conference, Roberts was asked one last question. Do you think this decision will define your postseason? He smiled and said, only if we let it. We're not done yet. That confidence, that quiet defiance might just be what carries the Dodgers forward. Because if there's one thing this team knows how to do, it's respond. Fans are hoping Game 3 will bring redemption. They want to see Roberts learn from this, to trust his pitchers, to trust the heartbeat of the game instead of the spreadsheet. They want to see Glasnow back on the mound, with a chance to finish what he started. They want to see the Dodgers show the world that one bad decision doesn't define greatness, how you respond does. So as we head into the next chapter of this postseason, all eyes are on Roberts. Every Dodger fan knows he's capable of leading them to glory. He's done it before. But the question is, will he trust his instincts this time when it matters most? Will he let his players write their own October stories? If there's one thing we've learned, it's that baseball is never predictable. It's heartbreak and heroics all mixed together. One decision can make you a genius, the next can make you the villain. But that's what makes this game beautiful. That's what makes the Dodgers who they are, a team built on talent, resilience, and belief. And no matter what happens next, one thing's for sure, this Game 2 will be remembered. Not just as a near miss, but as a turning point. The moment that tested Roberts' trust, challenged the Dodgers' identity, and reminded every fan why October baseball is the most emotional ride in sports. Stay tuned because Game 3 is coming, and redemption might just be waiting on the other side.